Hey Lovebugs, welcome back to the channel. It is LoveSims here, and we are back for another tour update video on my base game save file known as Robin's Web. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me this long. I announced this save file, I checked the other day, and it's been 9 months. So this is literally my baby, and it's just going so well. I mean, there's nothing like the right timing. It just would not have fleshed out like this if I rushed myself. So sometimes let your passion projects go ahead and be exactly that, passion projects, and only create and build in them when you're feeling passionate about it, because that's when you're going to get your best work. But today we are going to be touring my world of Oasis Springs. So for the most part, these structures I've actually furnished as I've gone along. I think the only one that isn't furnished is I haven't finished, this was a pool, but I moved it over here. So, the wedding chapel and this house, this little trailer, but this trailer is going to be the starter house for you. So I think I have like the kitchen and bathroom, but I didn't put any furniture in it. And then this is also going to be one, but this is kind of like I think you can move in this if you're single, but it's kind of meant to be that family starter because it is a 2 bedroom. But you have two options. I wanted to make sure you did. And then also, if you actually have for rent and you want to start incorporating your packs whenever you download this, then there is, I think this front trailer up here is available for moving in. The others are furnished and Sims will be in them. But enough of that, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, looking at the overview, it's looking really lively. I'm really pleased with this. This is as fast as I've moved the entire save, and I couldn't be more happy with how things are turning out. So, I guess we can start down here on the strip. We will start at the Solar Flare Motel. And we're just going to go into build mode as we always do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So, this one, the builds are coming together really quickly, but the storyline connections are not. Like, I have a general idea, but I have to flesh out the Sims, like a lot of the Sims stories. I know who's going to be in where, and so on and so forth. But for the most part. But anyways, this is what it looks like. I imagine this is, the frontal view. I know it isn't how you load into the lot, but for me, this just felt like the best orientation. I really wanted you to be able to see, the water over there and the little waterfall and everything. So I like this. I also was looking at the way that the lot is set up, and I really, the parking lot was here. So I used the tool mod to utilize that. And it looks like we actually have guests staying here because I really wanted to add a pool to this. And so I couldn't put the cars in here. But we do have a little bit of a pool here. And when you come in, I mean, the rooms are pretty the generic, like it's nothing too crazy. But when you come inside, you just have the little reception area where you can actually check into your room. Excuse me, let's get on in here. And I'll free mode it so you can see everything. I really love it. I love it, love it, love it. So cute. It's so simple, but it's so cute. It's colorful. It gives you the vibes. And then we have a little bar over here. So I feel like a lot of people come here for the bar, but then if they've drunk too much, they stay over, or, of course, you have your little rendezvous here. But for the most part, this build is popping and hopping because of the the little bar there. But these are what the rooms look like. Okay, it looks like I forgot to fill the bathroom in on this one. So really quickly, let's just fix that while we're here. It's relatively simple, not a lot in here. Thank you for that. And then I'll have to check the rest of them. But yeah, I like it. Pretty generic rooms. And I think they're all the same. So yeah, this one's kind of your rundown, like shady option. We do have another one in another part of town that is a little more, I mean, none of them are upscale, but this is where things go down, okay? Also, I felt like if you got married at the wedding chapel, you could just easily go over to the motel for a night. Because this is meant to have kind of that Vegas feel, but I did want to start incorporating that residential feel with this pool. So I feel like the pool has been here for a long time. I feel like the pool was here before the pool and the motel. I feel like they have been here. The wedding chapel, I feel like it's been around for a while, but not before the pool and motel were. And the nightclub definitely is the newest lot built on this strip. But yeah, this is what our pool looks like. I think it looks so nice. It's just got the you pay at the window here. We've got the little pool rules again. I like that the pools have similar features, but they each have different feels, like from world to world. So I have my signature, design, but it always turns out different. I love the little bit of shade from the little palm trees. This area actually looks really cute. I love it. Look at that. Okay, we got the loungers over there, and then back this way, we just have a little space for you to, if you want to host a birthday party or something, you can do that back here with the new buffet table. You can serve food or you can grill some food up and serve your Sims that way. We've got the vending machine there. So I love that because we can actually get food, snacks and stuff without having to have a full on kitchen in order for your Sims to eat. These are just our bathrooms and shower, the lockers for either side. think it's I think it's gender neutral, but we just have two options if I'm not mistaken. I needed to add the hot tub. I know it's a deserty world, so it's like hot tub, but I mean, the desert does get cool at night, so I figure it might not get used as often as the pool, but it is there. And I just love this. I love the little details, very small things, but it just makes it feel more realistic and kind of brings it to life. So, just a little grass, overgrown grass there, the little flamingo. I love it to pieces. And then I love how the turtles are swimming up the middle lane. I think that's so cute. In this room, this is where your teens would who work here would, you know, be during their shift. So I wanted registers because I imagine you would pay here or, check and see. You could be serviced at either window. So these are the prices for getting in. It's very minimal in here, basic. I might add like a little table so they can sit and eat and maybe a mini fridge and microwave. I don't know because I don't want Sims coming in here like off the street. But that is that. So then the wedding chapel, we're just going to look at it from the outside because like I said, I have not designed this on the interior yet, but I love it, y'all. It looks so good. I had a different build on the 40 by 30, but I really wanted the pool. I tried to build the pool 3 different times and I wasn't liking it. And I was just like, you know what? I need to switch the orientation. So when I switched things, it just came together. This came together really nice. I feel like it's going to be enough room to execute what I want to do on the interior, but not be overwhelming. The other build I think was maybe too big and it had way too much free space. And this just feels like I utilized my lot space a lot better. So this is probably my favorite build off the strip. This is the Oasis Heat nightclub. And y'all, it is fire, okay? Like literal fire for a base game club. Now, I know I have a pretty boxy, kind of style or whatever, but I think this looks okay, especially most commercial buildings are not that dynamic in terms of shape and everything. So I think this works out just fine. We are going to tab mode into this and it's going to take us a while to get in there, so let's just have a quick little chat. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone's been well. I meant to get this out um a while ago, but I actually was just really in my groove with the building and everything, and I wanted to get more and more fleshed out. I was like, no, I got this idea. It'll be better if I top it with this. And so here we are, almost completely done. Like I said, this has been the quickest world build that I've ever done, and it's the most complete out of all of them, believe it or not. So this is what it looks like when you walk in. I love the colors. It's giving that tropical heat feel. I feel like it's really hot in here, especially um whenever you get a lot of the Sims in here. So, body on body, baby. Like I feel like those are the vibes. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So this is what we're working with. We got the little tiki bar back here. I love the palms. I wish they were showing a little bit better, but it's okay. I love the covering over the bartender's area and everything. It just looks really nice. It looks really, really good, especially when the Sims are here. I have visited a couple times. So when you go upstairs, just for playtesting purposes, we have the restrooms up here, and then we have a separate little bar. You can look down over the dance floor, and we've got some more private tables up here, you know, just a little bit quieter, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, this is it. I love it. I love the colors. I had so much fun. I love building in the world of Oasis Springs. It's probably one of my favorite places to build because I get to explore and experiment with colors and patterns and textures and things that I don't typically use in my more toned down worlds. So now I guess we can come over here to the dusty turf, um, the Parched Prospect neighborhood. We will start in just the little housing areas. I guess I'll start at the library because I don't think we need to go inside the houses. I think we can just look at them in the neighborhood, and then we'll jump from the library over to the second motel, which I'm kind of excited to talk about because it has a story behind it. So, yes, this library is this came together so quick, y'all, and I absolutely love it. It fits in so nice with the world. I'm just so pleased with Oasis Springs, and usually I am. It's probably one of my favorites every time I build. But yeah, so when you come in or when you land on the lot, I love this covered space because we are in the desert heat. And I just love that you can sit outside and read a book or do some homework and still be shaded and covered. You can sit and chill with your friends. We got the little vending machine out there if you want to grab you a little snack. I love that it's right next to this park area because the kids can just run over there and play if they want to. So again, this is very good for like after school type programs. If you want to send your kids here, just as an alternative to them going home and being by themselves, they can meet friends here. But this is what it looks like when you come inside. So, just a little bulletin with, some jobs that might be available. I don't know what that's about. Maybe call if you see this person. I don't know. But yeah, and then the calendar for the library looks like maybe someone left a lunchbox behind. She's got some books that she needs to put back, or either she's checking in or checking out. I don't know. But we've just got like a little table you can sit at, and then the restrooms out towards the back. And then when you come in here, I love this. This is so cute to me. It's just a little space where the kids, the little infants and toddlers can sit and play and have story time. It just is a nice vibe. It gives me that neighborhood feel. So the strip is very much, the commercial side of things, but I love how the pool kind of ties in and says, hey, there's still some family elements here, but this is just what it looks like when you come in. I'm trying to figure out how to turn this. So I love the view back here too. You can see the little play area out back. This is so cute. I cannot wait to play here. I'm definitely going to be living in the world of Oasis Springs for sure, when I play, just because of the colors and just the feel. I love the feel of this. We'll go outside here. We'll go through this door and check out the back. I love this. We put a couple of telescopes out here. Did I just do the one? I thought I did two. I guess I just did the one. Okay, so we've got the telescope out here so you can look at the stars if you want. We've got the chess table, a little monkey bar set, and a couple of planters because I really I wanted the community feel, and it's not a huge community space, but you can have some community gardening here. When you come upstairs, it's very simple. We've just got a couple tables for you to maybe do some studying at with some friends or group projects, and then the actual computers up here as well. And if you come out on the deck up here, or whatever you want to call this, I don't think it's called a deck, but you know what I'm saying. If you come out here, you have the big observatory telescope. So I love, love, love that. These are the house options that you'll have. We're not, like I said, we're not going to go into them, but I will um, show them to you. They will be occupied, all of them except the yellow and brown one. I love how this one has the greens and purples and the soft pastel yellows. I just really like this house a lot. And the family that's going to be living here, I like them too. So we have this one. It's really cute. It looks like they've been here too. I do like that. It looks like the families have kind of established themselves here. So I love that about um, the houses in this area too. But they've got a little pool back here. Let me try to get the camera in a decent. I know it's wonky, but yeah, you can see the back. They've got the grill and it's set up really cute. They got the pool back there. The little turtles are down on the ground for the kiddos. Ah, I just love it. And the thing is, there's two teens that live here. So I feel like the pool has been there for a while. You know, they were um it's from their childhood. This is their childhood home. So this, oop, why does this keep doing that? This is the starter, the family starter that I was telling you about. It's really cute. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. I wanted to go with the more retro vibes, but I wanted the siding in the brick instead of like the Adobe, like, um, what is it called, you guys? Stucco. I didn't want that. I really wanted the siding because I kind of wanted more of a like 70s, 60s vibe versus just more of a New Mexico sort of vibe, I guess. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but y'all get the vibes. So then we have this house over here. I do think this one is a 2-bedroom as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I know it's the parents and 2 kids. Okay, maybe this is 3 bedrooms because I think one is the nursery. Then I'm not sure. I can't remember. But this is what it looks like. I love the red touches from the windows and everything. The new stuff in the base game kit, it really has come in clutch when it comes to designing in these worlds. They have their little pool, their grill, their table back there. Nothing too crazy. Some minor landscaping. I really love this neighborhood. This is another nice one to live in. Now we're going to hop over to that motel, that second motel I was telling you guys about. I really like this place. I had to redesign it a couple of times, but I'm really pleased with how it has turned out. I was telling my friend, so this motel, the story behind this one is this our bride, our missing bride from Willow Creek. This is where her and her bridesmaids were staying. She is from Oasis Springs, and this is where they were staying. The story, I will talk about that in another video because it's a bit complex and we don't really have time to talk about it here. They were supposed to be staying here and doing some bar hopping, which I feel like they did, but then I feel like they ended up at Birdie's bar, and it's a mystery on whether or not they made it back to Oasis Springs or if she truly did in fact disappear from Birdie's bar or after leaving Birdie's bar. Nobody really knows. Um, but this is the Pink Flamingo Motel. And I really, truly love how this turned out. So this is what it looks like the long way. And then we'll just go inside. So each door is a room. I think there's only three rooms. And her friends are on the end, the two on the end, because they are joined rooms. 1 second, guys. All right, so when you come in, this is where you would get your, meet the receptionist and get your room and everything. I love the pinks and the mix of the like palm paper with the tiles. Like, it just really gave me that retro feel that I was looking for. I am so in love with this. You guys just don't even know. But yeah, so when you that is just the bathroom, and then when you come in here, this is like the manager's office. I love the vibes in here. I feel like I don't know if it's like a man who runs it or a woman who runs it. I just love the vibe. I feel like it's not even about it is really pink. So at first I was thinking maybe a lady owned it, but I don't know. I don't know. It just might be the vibe. It's the Pink Flamingo Hotel, so it makes sense. But I love this. I love the landscaping that I decided to go with because it's very minimal, and it's different than what I typically use. Like I was like, oh, cactus everything. But then I saw these and I was like, no, I kind of like this. I like the circular or oval shaped pool. We've just got a little communal area right here, and then each individual room has their own little patio, which I like. It's so cute. I love this to pieces. I can't wait to play here. So, yeah, we've just got the little lounge chair area. We've got another hot tub back here. It looks really good at night. And then these are the two rooms that the girls are in. So, I was going to go through the front, but I think we can just slide on in here. So, as you can see, I have lightly decorated for the parties for the girls. I'm probably going to do some more because I want these two rooms to be like crime scenes that have been zoned off for our detectives to kind of take a look around. So they're expect to see some clues and things, whether it is in the items that I've decided to put in here or actual clues. A friend helped me kind of figure out how I was going to go about putting actual clues in the game. So we're gonna be playing with that a little bit, and I am thinking about doing like a early access beta test type thing. So this is the bridal suite. This is where our missing bride was staying. This is kind of where they were having the party. And so, yeah, this will have some extra decor and things. Definitely going to find some clues in here for sure. But I love it. I love how they brought over the little complimentary champagne. They've got the balloons up. The girls have brought in the little blow up chairs just so they can have some more room. This is her bathroom. Very simple, but again, I'm probably going to clutter it up a little bit. But I really like this slide, and I hope you guys do too. I love it so much. Let's move on to the next neighborhood. I think we're going to tour this one, the Bedrock Strait. So, where should we start? Let's start. I guess we could start at the gym. I know I'm a little rambly. Believe it or not, I have not slept. I didn't sleep last night, and I'm kind of on a high of a lack of sleep. So I'm kind of on a high of sleep deprivation. So bear with me. I'm very talkative. I guess it's my body trying to keep me awake. But yeah, I love this gym. It's very simple, but I wanted it like that. Again, it's really hard to kind of create that rundown sort of grungy area in the base game because we don't really have a lot of grungy looking items as far as like, the grime that you can put on the walls and the cracks and stains and stuff like that. But I wanted it to feel like it's been here for a while, so I did kind of go with more neutral sort of, maybe it's a dirtier white or something, just things that kind of sort of make it look like it's been here for a while. I feel like the windows that I chose kind of create almost maybe like the dust, the sand, and the dust from the sand have maybe browned them almost, so that kind of helped me achieve what I was going for. Very strategic with the design options. So we have this bar here. It's just so your Sims can make protein shakes, drinks, whatever. And then we got a little gallery art off the wall. It would have been fine without it, but I love it. It says it's not going to lift itself. I love that because my Oasis Springs world is kind of quirky, and I love that about it. So I kind of wanted to keep that vibe through and through. When you come in here, we just have the showers and lockers. Some a couple of sinks there for you. When you come back out, we've just got the treadmill area, another lift area, like weight machine area, which I really like with the little boom box and flowers. And then we just got us a punching bag over here. So very small gym, but I love it. It's been here forever. Be diligent, be dedicated, be disciplined, and stay strong. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So next we're gonna go over to, I think we have two bars across from each other. We'll tour each one. So the one next door, it's meant to be like a karaoke bar. It's the Honky Tonk Karaoke Bar. And it's kind of, if you have city living, I feel like definitely put the karaoke machine in here and it will be a good time. But even if you don't, you can have like comedy shows here. You can turn it into a lounge if you want and actually have the entertainment come. But I thought it was really, really nice. So when you go in, I'm just going to put my walls up so we can actually get in here and see everything in its entirety. But I love how this turned out. So again, just one of those old sort of, not fancy bars at all, but it's a good time and everybody likes to come here. Think Coyote Ugly, but not so much because it's not meant to be inspired by it. It just kind of gives that feel where it's a little hole in the wall ish. But yeah, there's our little karaoke stage. This, I love the bar back in here. It turned out really nice. It's very simple, but I love it. I love the little phones and things that came. The little bunnies add some flavor to it. I love this shelf because it looks like the person who works here hung their bag, took off their shirt, their overshirt, and maybe hung their work badge up there. I really, really like that a lot. I like the color choices that I went with in here. I love the big cake. I actually saw the animation for the first time the other day, and it is so cute. I think it's going to work out really great in here. And then since we have the dartboards, I really wanted to just make this room kind of a games room or like a darts room because I didn't put the card table in, but I think that the darts is okay. It's definitely giving date night vibes. I cannot wait to have some dates in here. And then we just have the bathroom and that's it. So, I hope you guys like this one too. I know I do. Now, this one's kind of that everybody likes this. I don't know why they like this so much, but they do. But this one, the one over there is the more unique one. It's called, I can't remember what I named it. I know at first it was like Junkyard something. The Scrapyard Social. And I really like this bar because I was inspired slightly by Evergreen Harbor, and I was inspired by, of course, a junkyard. So I did what I could with the base game, but without making it look too crazy and too rundown. I mean, you get the vibe of what I was going for. So without it looking too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on at night as well. Well, maybe let's do it day, afternoon, and then once we kind of get over here, we can kind of do nighttime. I love this because it looks like some kids have come and did some graffiti on this old truck here, this old semi. I love how they kind of stuck with the overgrown look, some old maybe cars that don't run anymore, some wood piles, crates, just different little things. They left the element there to kind of keep with the theme, but it's not overly dirty. So I love this little front entrance. Bars open, people. I love that. It's just the little, I'm telling you, they have fun here in Oasis Springs. That's why I want to live here. But this is our little bar area downstairs. I love, 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 love the colors again. It still kind of has that deserty vibe, but it's lively. Again, I love the little touches, the little flip flop light, string lights, the green telephone, the old curtains, the scale, like, the Dios de los Muertos, little sculptures, the bunny, like, it's so cute. So we're gonna go ahead and go inside. I'll go this way. And this just takes you to the restrooms. Again, I love the little art. The gallery is the MVP here because I feel like the builds would still be good, but they wouldn't have the life that they have from the gallery art. So there you go. When you come upstairs, I love my color choices. We just kind of use complementary colors to each of the containers. So that's where the Evergreen Harbor element comes in because these are the little cargo containers, shipping containers, whatever. We do have the card table up here, so you can play cards up here. And then this is just another little bar. This is mainly just to, if you want to play cards, then you can do the card thing up here. But that is the full bar. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys do too. I feel like this neighborhood really utilizes this one. I think that toilet actually works too, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go over to I probably could have just did this isn't done. So I don't think I'm gonna look at this one yet. It is one of the trailer parks. I guess we can look at it. I mean, it's a tour. It is a tour. Just know that this one is not complete yet. We're kind of fleshing it out. As you can see, like not even the interiors are done. We do have the floor plans, but yeah. So again, I feel like the trailer park communities really stick together. They kind of hang out together. They're their own kind of like small entities. So I really like that. I love the little pool out front of this one with the loungers. And what I mean by community is like I think they just kind of hang out together. You know what I mean? So it's their pool, but everyone's entitled to use it. They have this one here, but as you can see, it is completely nothing's been done with it. So yeah, like I said, this one's not complete. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet. I do know who's gonna be living here, but I don't know too much more about it than that. You see the little wedding arch back there. There is going to be a storyline to that. So, yeah, that's that lie. I thought I was really going to enjoy that one, but I really love this trailer park up here. So, this, I haven't given it a name yet. It was, I don't know why it says Desert Bloom Reno. Please tell me I didn't click the park. Okay. I don't know why it says Desert Bloom Reno, but okay. So this is our second one. This one's the bigger park. I really like this because this one feels more, I don't want to say upscale than the other one did, but I feel like someone owns this and, they come to like check on everything. There's actual, maintenance and stuff like that that you can call repair people and stuff. This yellow one is the one that is going to be available for you to move into, especially if you have for rent. So, yes, there are 8 Sims on the lot. That's why I said if you have for rent. If you don't, you can just use the cheat that allows you to add extra Sims and move your Sims in there. This is not done at all, so I haven't finished this one. But I do like it because I know who's gonna live here. They might have a child. I haven't quite decided that. But they definitely do like some woodworking and stuff like that. I don't know what they're gonna store in the shed just yet, but I like the overall vibes that this is giving to me. I kind of have an idea about this. You guys might have an idea too, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. Back here, I love the little water tower. This one belongs to a single father. I love this one. I haven't designed him yet, but I do like it. It's just the way that the furnishings were kind of coming together that kind of made me or helped me decide who was going to be living here. But this is what this one looks like. They all kind of have slightly different, like small differences to them. But I imagine he's a trucker and he spoils his daughter tremendously. So, she's into music. He lets her do that and everything, but he just spoils his baby girl. Then I feel like they all pitched in to create this space, their little fun space. So we just got the boom box out here, a little table, the bar, some loungers, the above ground pool. I feel like they work together to make this pathway. We've got the hot tub over there. And then this one, I really liked how this one turned out so much. This one is a single mom and her two kids. So we've got the little girl that lives here. This is their little living room and kitchen area, their bathroom, and then mom and baby are over here. I really like this family. Their trailer. I put the little fishing hole here so they can fish. I also like this trailer, how it kind of turned out on the exterior. I feel like this one was inherited by the mother and son who live here. She's also a single parent. It's a single mom and her son, but I feel like she inherited this one from her mother. I also feel like she grew up in this one. So I do wish it kind of had more of a rundown feel, an older feel, but maybe they just kept it up really nice, but the furnishings, you can still kind of tell that the furnishings are pretty dated. This is her son's room. So she does her best to take care of him. He's really into science. He is into some sports. He's into a little bit of everything, gaming, a little bit of space. Um, I don't know what the little eagle is for. I don't know. Maybe he's in like a camp. So maybe he's like an Eagle Scout or something like that. I don't know. There's a little bathroom, and then we have the mother's room. I might come in here and personalize this a little bit more, but I do feel like this was inherited, so maybe she hasn't really had time to super personalize it just yet, hence the wallpaper and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is this one, and then we do have this central sort of communal space where we've got the monkey bars for the kids to hang out. They've got their own little private sort of community garden here. It looks like they were actually maybe working on it. And then just a couple loungers, a bonfire, the little picnic table and grill, and it just has a nice overall vibe to it. It feels like their own little town, and I love that for them. So that's that. And finally, well, almost finally, we're going to visit this lot. This is the plaza. I'm going to come up with a better name for it, but right now it's just the plaza. But it is, and I needed another place for commercial lots because I wanted to have things for my teens and my kids. I wanted to have a place for the motorcycle gang because I do know that there's a motorcycle gang in this world. Just got to figure out where they're going to be placed. But I wanted them to kind of have their own bar. So this is their bar, and where they hang out and stuff. And then I really wanted to create a pawn shop, but I knew it wasn't going to be functional. So at least in the base game. So I decided I needed a lot like this where I could add other things too. But let's go ahead and take a look at this pawn shop. It looks so nice. Um, we will go in freehand. So again, it's going to take a little minute. You can kind of get a sneak peek in here. It turned out exactly as I saw it in my mind. I would again like something slightly more rundown, but I did the best that I could. It definitely gives old and dated and just all of the vibes that I was going for. So we've got some sort of vintage lunch boxes over here, some old appliances. I feel like these are things, he's arranged them. You can come in and buy them and everything, and he's arranged them in a way that works. So, kind of kitchen area over on this side. We've got some hutches with some nice china pieces and, nice plates and stuff. You got the camera up there because we do have security here. So, don't try it, okay? He sits at the little desk. I feel like maybe he fixes model cars and things like that, little just model stuff. We've got a couple computers here and some hardware that is possibly for sale. This telescope, these instruments. The one in the case is 15,000 simoleons, so he has some pretty expensive things in here. We've just got some old cameras. They aren't the best quality, but they will do. We do have one nicer one, a couple of tablets and things, a couple TVs, and just, some stoves and refrigerators. So, yeah, there is our security system. And then when you come back this way, we've just got his office or their office. I love it. And then just some basic restrooms, nothing crazy. We'll go ahead and go out the back door. It just takes you out to the trash and the parking lot for the arcade. So I was really excited to do this, and it turned out amazing. So this is it. I love it, love it, love it. It looks really good for base game. I feel like I wanted to use the ATM, just like coin machines. Maybe it's out of order, which is why it's all tied up and stuff like that. They're going to pull it out at the end of the night. It's just there. And then we just got I was going to do like a gifts area, but I decided not to do that. So just a table with some future cubes there you can kind of play with. If you want to order some food, maybe they can whip you up something. And then we do have the vending machine over here and a little table where you and your friends can sit and have a bite. Just the restrooms over there. When you go in here, this is our it's our first room, so it's just the little gaming rig, like the virtual boxes that you go into, and then our sort of computer tourney area. I really love, love, love this. It turned out really good. I love this little area, player one, player two. Oh, so cute. It's the details for me. I'm telling you guys, do not sleep on the gallery, okay? You just have to know what to look for. And then this is kind of our console tournament room, or it's not necessarily, we do have tournaments in here, but you can just come in here and just game on the consoles. It's just console gaming. I love the alternating colors. It's really fun and vibrant in here. I love it. But it's also dark enough that you should be able to have some fun. So, this is our arcade. I hope you guys like that. I think it's going to be so much fun to play in, especially at night. We're going to go over to the Motorcycle Club's bar now. Let me just hop on over here. I think we're going to just tour this one by putting the walls down because I know this is getting lengthy. I'm trying to move quickly, but it is what it is, y'all. So it's a good tour, though. So hopefully you guys don't mind it being a little bit longer. But this is what it looks like. It's just very simple in here. I love the red touches. I love the signs. This one says Live to Ride. I love it. Again, the bar backs, I have my similar designs, but they all end up looking a bit different and working in the areas that they're in. We've just got this rock and roll sign, the bad to the bone. I love it, love it, love it. We got the bathroom over there. We've got the jukebox. So again, I can kind of see them putting a coin in, picking a song, and just slow dancing together or just dancing together. More of the little signage and everything. It's their bar. I don't know that they own it. I'm not sure, but this is their hangout. Everybody knows that. People still come, but they know this is this is their bar. So, yeah, and then finally I wanted to do another version of a nightclub, something a bit more soft and like I don't want to say girly, but yeah. So I feel like this place is set up for a birthday party. It could have been for the bachelorette party, but I decided maybe they skipped it. Maybe it was for the bachelorette party and they skipped it and went to Birdie's Motel and Bar. Don't ask me why they would do that, but I felt like this one was more of a birthday party that they were set up for. Whose birthday? I don't know, but just the colors that I went with, I really loved it. I love the cake over here. Again, that's going to be a fun option to play with. And then we just got the toilets down here. When you go upstairs, my paintings, I don't know why they've disappeared like that. I will try to fix it because I had some really beautiful art up here off of the gallery. I don't know why it's gone white, but it's killing the vibe. So I'll have to fix that. But yeah, and then we just have another little dance floor up here. So you've got some options. But that is this area. So uh I do believe, well, we still have the park to tour. And then I won't bother with doing another video for this area up here. You'll just see it whenever it comes out, or maybe you'll see it whenever I do like the final tour, like the really big tour of all of the worlds, and I talk about the mystery and how everything works together and so on and so forth. But finally, we have our park over here. Now, I will say I am not sold on these front two little sections or sectors. I did want to give the option to have a wedding out here, but I don't know, you guys. I just I don't know, because it was kind of a last minute throw together thing. What the things that I had here originally weren't looking good for an everyday sort of park. And so I had to kind of scrap some ideas, which left me space that I had no plans for. So I put those things in. I thought it would be nice to be able to work on the rocket science skill here. So I did do that. To this side, we have the little playground area. Let me turn the grid off. I do like this. I put the sandbox over there on purpose because I feel like this is where the moms meet to watch their kiddos play. And I just really love it. I love how it turned out. My bestie, she designed this for me. I knew that I wanted a community garden here with a desert feel, and I wanted it to be visual and I wanted it to be functional. So she put this together for me and she knocked it out of the park. I tried my best to describe it to her. I sent her a couple of inspiration pictures and she did her big thing with this. It is simple and it feels very base game, but guys, it's just vibes. It fits in perfectly. Like it really does. And I think it just feels so communal. I can see the Sims coming and working in this space together. I love it. I absolutely love it. So thanks, Kim, because she did a great job, especially working with the base game because we didn't have much for her to work with, but she did it. She did it, y'all. So give her a shout out in the comments and let her know, Kim, you did your big one. Because she did. Back this way, we just have our stargazing platform. So I love that. It looks really good at night. We're gonna go ahead and put the nighttime vibes out. I love it. We've got this little covered area for picnics and dining. I really wanted to create some shady spaces so your Sims could enjoy themselves without burning to death. Especially if you actually have seasons, they needed some areas to escape to. In here, you'll just find the restrooms for like the park um space and just a little seating bench. You can cook some food in here for parties if you want, cake, whatever sort of party food you want to do if you don't want to use the grills over here. But yeah, we have those options. We just got the benches over here, so if you get tired from stargazing or in between, you want to just sit and kind of have a chat, you can. And then finally, I really, really wanted a campsite. I thought this area was perfect because not only do you have this campground area to actually kind of vacation at or spend some time at the night, the weekend, whatever, the bonfires here, so you can have bonfires here, the teenagers can and everything. And it's just nice. I love it. They've got their own little grill out here. But as far as the bathrooms, I mean, technically they can use those, but I liked this area here because I felt like they can wander off and hike this area. There's some really nice areas out there. Like, look at that. And I felt like they maybe would have to trek and walk back there to the restrooms back there. So I love that they can find the secret world back there. They can do some fishing. They can just hike a little bit. I feel like this little lookout area over here, let me come over here for you guys. Like if the teens are hanging out here, this is kind of like that lookout area that the teens come to make out and stuff like that. So yes, you have to be strategic with where you place your lots. But, anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of the tour for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun showing you around. I have thought about so much different little gameplay like features and moments and LP moments. And I'm so pleased with how this is turning out. So, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Be sure to let me know which lot was your favorite. Bye, guys.